Across the train tracks, was hit by a train, your body is split in half. The weather at that time was cold, so the woman was still conscious. The upper half goes around looking for the lower half. But in the end, you died on the side of the tracks. Ever since, the ugly woman turned into a half-human soul, specialized in clothes. Who show up at the pier in the middle of the night. It often appears with a crescent in its hand. So when it's moving, it's rubbing against the ground. That's why people often call it millet, millet, millet. That's what I said before I started the main part. We're here to see a horror movie. People who are afraid go for style. If half the night one day that you're like this girl, crossing the overpass next to the train tracks, the fire that heard behind the sound just remember, don't look back. This girl doesn't listen to advice. Can't hold back the curiosity. Just turn around and see what's coming out. Sound. As a result, there is no ghost behind it. Suddenly, there's a wind blowing dust all over the girl's face. She was a little confused, so the girl decided to turn around. As he hurried away, the strange noise echoed again. The girl is too scared to run, but the milkweed keeps chasing me behind. No matter how fast the girl runs. In the end, they were cut in half. The next day the girl was killed. The damage was in the news, just in time for Kana. And to friends watching Kana, Naive is a little curious. I don't know who's the guy that's so cruel, man. Usumi deep understanding. Bring the urban legend. About half the soul of Chokana. He also said that if you encounter numbness, don't turn your head and look at it. If you turned your head and look, even if you can escape at that time, 3 days later, he will come to his house to kill him. You heard that, laughing? Kana? You don't believe in shit. 3 urban legends or something. Unless you saw it with your own eyes. I can't believe I was quickly slapped in the face. That night, Kana and her best friend arguing a few sentences and getting angry. I thought Ayaka would go on the bridge alone. It often appears. Ayaka quickly heard a strange noise, just like the girl before. Ayaka couldn't help but look curiously. The result is being cut in half on the spot. Ayaka was killed by Kana. I still feel shy when I think about it. When questioned by the police, because I don't want to go. It hurt my body, so I didn't say anything else. But in Kana's heart, still feel extremely about the fight they had last night. Evening to buy a bunch of flowers on the overpass in memory of her best friend. During the day, just the afternoon is over. Why do we have to go at night? There's a wind blowing at Kana. Of course. Suddenly, I feel something is wrong. In her ears came the sound of numbness. Now she remembered what Uzumi had said before. If you don't look back, it won't hurt. So she immediately closed her eyes. Half-human ghosts don't have to be afraid. Close your eyes and don't look at it. I've never met a calm girl like this. He couldn't help but stare at Kana. I thought I can't turn around and see if I can escape. I just saw the milkweed pretending to leave Kana. Now, relax your guard. Open your eyes. At the time Kana stand ready up to leave, the voice of his dead best friend came out. This time Kana, I couldn't help but look back immediately. As a result, there was no sign of her best friend. I just saw a horrible scene. Millet has achieved the goal, Kana. They immediately turned around and ran away. I thought I just had to run fast enough to get rid of the ghost. But Kana was naive. Even though TKTK only uses 2 hands but it took 1.98 seconds to reach 100 kilometers per hour. I was about to be caught up, so I was lucky enough to meet Uzumi, immediately jumped in the car and told Uzumi to pedal. Doesn't know what happened. But look at Kana's terrified look. So just put it down. It's numb. After the car, I can't believe that Kana, you're suddenly lucky. Finally, and Uzumi fell on her face because she was riding too fast, and TK also, because 2 hands cannot run fast with give wheels. Up at least come back in 3 days. Think back to what Uzumi said. Even though he escaped from the pursuit of TK 3 days later, TK will still be looking for him. Because he wanted to save himself, he created Kana to find information related to half-human ghosts. After all, if you die, you have to die. It was here that she met her cousin G. People are also doing thesis on urban legends and issues. Finance is the ghost of half when listening people. To Kana, tell me about facing the ghost. Half the people last night, G immediately to take her to a professor who specializes in the professor showed no doubt. He pulled out an old newsletter from 65 years ago. It says that during World War II in Japan, there's a young girl at the age of the full moon named Kasima jumped off the overpass. Unfortunately, fell down the line below. Was cut across the waist by an oncoming train. The death was extremely tragic. And from then on, the legend of the ghost who appeared in the local, everyone speculated that the girl had too deep a grudge. After death, he became evil. The devil wants revenge everywhere. I want to break the curse of the ghost. Find out why you killed yourself. But there are only a few people are chosen by the ghosts. This is important information that the professor provided. Listen, Kana can't understand Ra. Turns out why you and your best friend were targeted by a half-human ghost. And so does the woman's keychain at the beginning of the movie. To quickly decipher the secret, the professor asked his assistant to take Kana to the girl's hometown. From the words of two elders, they learned that Kasima was young and beautiful. This is also why you killed yourself. I heard that her beauty at that time attracted American soldiers stationed in Japan. These soldiers saw greed. Take turns to abuse you. It was my daughter's first time bleeding a lot. After that shock, she couldn't stand it. The spirit becomes unstable. It's crazy to see something red. After finding out here, there are 7 hopes. What happens 65? It's almost impossible to find those soldiers. But tonight's the deadline. Last of 3 days. Maybe Kana can only wait to die. At that moment, the professor's assistant remembered a rumor of Kasima. There was a grave in her place. Often bring flowers and money to worship. After his sister died, the tombstone fell. And since then, the legend of the half-human ghost speculates that if we rebuild the tombstone, it will probably break the curse of those 3 days. So Kana and her cousin immediately drove to their destination. On the Wakey surprise, he admitted that he had been to the tree before to make a thesis and actually met a half-human ghost right now. That night, the devil disappeared again. TK has a new goal. You too go where the assistant says. As a result, there are no tombstones. They immediately called him to help the AI suspect. When he heard it, he said you two were wrong. The grave is in a different direction. Kana and her family. I almost swore at the pig-faced assistant. 3 days away. You two are driving on the road again. The result is halfway. I ran into a line of trucks that kept coming and going. The front of their car. 2. I was so upset that I broke the road map. You finally managed to escape the car. Load, run like Kia As a cow result, turtle. We're back at a crossroads. Turn left or right here. At such an important time that the road is broken on the other side. Assistant here, looking for a map, was also arrested by security guards. Every second, every minute passes by. The assistant remembered that he had a mouth. So I'm turn on the phone and tell them to turn right. Kana and G ran to the grave and it was already dark. Fortunately, the grave is easy to find. It was when they tried to raise the tombstone that it brings its own wind. It's at a critical moment. 2 people have successfully built a grave. The wind has stopped blowing. You think you've escaped a life so brief into the light group. But this way it doesn't work. Numbness are quietly standing in the dark, staring at the two of them. The 2 of you broke the curse and didn't hurry up and just sit there. Then the 2 of you go back to the car and talk about the pink game. The familiar millet once again echoed through the ears. You 2 turn around and look. Gee, quick hands, quick eyes, driving away. I was too scared to chase after him. I hate not being able to kick the GA foot to the Kana tank. I can see the abnormality. This time, it seems to be a barbecue. It gets even crazier when you suddenly remember something. Oh my god, our car is red. Mama is no different than Kana catmouth fat. Reflector, ultra fast, strong, brake tight and turn sideways. Stop right in the middle of the road. Is still time. He crashed into the car door and flew away. 2 people took the opportunity to get out of the car and run away. Get rid of everything that's red on you. The result is, for a while, inside. The 2 were lost when Kana. Turn your head and look. The phone right now? In her dress pocket suddenly rings. Kana. Take out your phone. I forgot that my phone is red. Kana promptly threw the phone away. It also disappeared along with it. After a rough night, it's almost dawn. Kana found her cousin. I was also looking for myself in the forest. After making sure it's safe, then smile with peace of mind. But I suspect it was at the time.